Hope NH Inc. and send it to 1045 Elm Street, Suite 300, Manchester, New Hampshire, 03101. Care of The Morning Show.
It's a miracle on Elm Street.
You are listening to WMNHLP, Manchester's radio, broadcasting at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation from the top of 1000 Elm Street. Our studios are located at 1045 Elm Street and licensed to Manchester Public Television Service in Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. Contact us by email at WMNH953@gmail.com or through our website at WMNHradio.org.
Welcome, everybody. Here we go. It's that time again. Matt Connarton Unleashed. And we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. And hello to all of our online listeners across the nation and around the globe. You can go to my website, mattconnarton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. Today is Thursday, December 1, 2022, and I am not alone.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I got the rap patrol.
DJ Reklss is at the news desk. Hello.
What's up?
You haven't been here in a while.
It's been a while.
Been a while. It's been a minute, as I believe the young people say. Is that correct?
For the first time in a long time, you've got it correct.
It's been a minute. I think it's been a minute and a half.
No, that's too much,
Oh,
Matt.
is
Matt,
that,
you were doing great, Matt. Come on. Come on, Matt.
You know, I try hard. Maybe I try too hard. Maybe I try too hard, yes. So welcome. You're going to be performing tonight at the 603, correct?
Yeah, I'm back there for the next 3 days.
With some new gear.
Yeah.
You got some fancy new gear.
Got some fancy new gear that cost me an arm and a leg and a kidney, dude.
With lots of buttons and...
Lots of buttons, knobs.
Buttons and knobs. It's pretty cool.
I get to work with my fingers.
Now, what time do you go on tonight?
9 p.m.
Wrong show. No, yes, 9 p.m. tonight. Is it just you? Or
It's just me tonight.
Just you? Yeah, excellent.
Saturday night, I'm headlining with my buddy Curtis Classiest Clay.
Uh-huh.
So I get to be the last DJ on. I'm real excited for that because I like short sets. I do. I used to like doing long sets, but now I hate it. I like hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah, because
less is more.
Less is more for me.
Yeah. Curtis Cassius Clay. That's a cool name.
It's Curtis, but his DJ name's Cassius Clay.
Yeah. Do you know who Cassius Clay was?
No.
The actual Cassius Clay?
No.
Muhammad Ali. That was his real name.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
You know who Muhammad Ali is, right?
Yeah, of course I know who Muhammad Ali is.
Just making sure. You know, you young folk, you might not know the... You know who George Foreman is, right? Because he has the grill, the George Foreman grill.
Yep, he was a boxer too, wasn't he?
Yes, absolutely. Well, very good. So you're going to be there tonight, Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
Excellent. Very good. Also today on the show, coming up, I think around 4:30, he's going to be popping in. Tony Labranche, who's been on the show before with us. If the name is familiar but you can't quite place him, he was a Democrat state legislator in the New Hampshire House who left the party and became an independent. And it was quite an interesting story, but he's got an announcement to make. He's running for office. He's running for statewide office, and he's gonna come in here today and reveal everything. So looking forward to that. So he'll be here in a bit. We do want to talk about, of course, the Miracle on Elm Street. And by the way, thank you to the Hop Knot who just donated a $25 gift certificate. The Hop Knot, of course, right across the street in the Brady Sullivan Plaza at 1000 Elm Street. I've only said that 100,000 times, and all of a sudden I stumble on it. It's the cold. It's cold outside.
It's freezing.
My mouth is frozen is the problem. We'll go with that anyway. But yes, the Brady Sullivan. And by the way, it is Thursday, which means tonight is trivia night at the Hop Knot, hosted by the great Bill Cini. Bill does trivia on the morning shows on Wednesdays, and then Thursday nights he's at the Hop Knot, which is a very popular feature, by the way, trivia night. So call ahead to reserve your spot. But yes, thank you to Kenny and everyone there for the gift certificate for the Miracle on Elm Street, which is coming up. It's less than a week away now. On Wednesday of next week, it is, of course, the toy drive to benefit Manchester's kids through the Manchester Housing and Redevelopment Authority. And you can donate. There's actually a few different ways that you can donate toys, or a monetary donation, or a gift certificate, or a gift card. You can drop off a toy here at the station if you do that during the morning show. That's the best thing to do. Right here at 1045 Elm Street on the third floor at WMNH. You can also send a check to make it out to Hope NH Inc. And send that to WMNH 1045 Elm Street, number 300, care of the morning show here in Manchester. Or just show up at the annual Christmas party with your donations Wednesday of next week. And the party starts at 4 p.m. So what's going to be going on here is Peter will be doing, I guess you could say, an extended version of the morning show, because he's going to be on most of the day here live from WMNH. And then I'll probably I've got to coordinate with him, but I'll be coming in probably a little bit early to start my show that day. And he's going to leave here and go down to the bonfire because the party officially starts at 4 p.m. So I'll be here for my show in studio. So he'll be out by then. But I'm gonna kind of keep it. I'm gonna keep the afternoon open on my show as far as guests. Like you can come in or any of our regulars can come in, of course. But I'm not gonna book like any official guests that day, like no musical guests or anything, because I want to keep it kind of loose and loose and flexible, even more so than usual. So that way, if Peter or anybody for that matter wants to call into the show from the bonfire and give us an update on how it's going and all the toys that they're taking and all the wonderful donations from this community, which has been so very generous. This will be the third annual Miracle on Elm Street, and the first two were a spectacular success. The first year, all the donations were being kept here. Yeah, you remember that, right?
Yeah.
Walking into this room, and there was so much stuff. It was just amazing and really good to see. I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, this room was full. And then last year, I think most of the donations
they were there.
There were a few here, but most of them went directly to the bonfire.
They did like 2 to 3 different trips, I believe. Jeff Nye, and I remember this because that day was crazy because not only did I do that, but I also made it on WMUR with Gonzo that night.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. And then they played me. They played me hard. They put their logo right above my DJ Reklss logo on my sweatshirt, and I was like, "Damn, man!"
Oh, wow!
And then I did my birthday bash there too.
Yes,
and not there, but at Soho.
Yeah.
And right after.
Yeah,
that was quite the day. That was like I was up for like 24 hours straight at that point.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was a big day, but it was just amazing the way the community steps up for this. So I think
2 days later, I ended up in the hospital.
Oh, that's right. Jeez, I remember that.
It was a disaster.
I remember that. Yes, but so it's I think this year is going to be even bigger. So Miracle on Elm Street, it is coming right up. We're less than a week away. Wednesday, December 7. Let's see. Oh, also a programming note. I actually have a couple programming notes. So it is the first Thursday of the month, which usually means that immediately after this show, as I do the first Thursday of every month, I call into the Dr. Kevin show from 6 to 7 p.m. That is not happening today. Dr. Kevin had to reschedule me for December 22nd. So if you are looking forward to the first Thursday of every month, and because it gives you an opportunity to go at the end of this show, oh my goodness, I need one more hour of Matt Connarton. Oh, I can get it via the Dr. Kevin show. That's not happening today, so I'm sorry. You'll have to settle for the 2 hours of me. But so that will be on December 22nd, my December 2022 appearance on the Dr. Kevin show. But what is happening that is exciting is tomorrow night, and this is what our friend Paulie C had posted on social media. This Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to give it another try live as we present what we were going to present 2 weeks ago before the show came to an unavoidable grinding halt. An evening of classic country songs that crossed over into the pop charts, mixed with classic movie clips, commercials, and TV show clips. Classic funny stuff spanning 5 decades. We'll be joined by the insanely talented Katie from The Morning Show. She'll be with us tomorrow night, as well as Texas Mike, as they sing live in studio. And we'd be much obliged if you join us. Thank you kindly. So that will be tomorrow night for Retro Spectrum Radio. And I think Katie and her dad are also doing Granite State of Mind with Rob Azevedo. So Fridays are very busy around here, as our regular listeners know. You have this program from 4 to 6 p.m., and then Rob Azevedo comes in for Granite State of Mind from 6 to 7. And like I said, I believe Katie and her dad are going to be here. He is also very talented, Katie's dad. I haven't met him. I'll get to finally meet him. And then, of course, Katie will be here with Texas Mike and Paulie C and myself for Retro Spectrum Radio tomorrow night from 8 to 11 p.m.
I got to talk to Paul about doing like a 90s hip-hop night.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be
I'll
very
take
cool.
a Friday night off for that.
Yeah. I think that would be fun. Yeah. He was doing a lot of DJing in the 90s. That's
what he was saying to me. He brought. Yeah. I think you were here for the conversation we had with him.
I think
he's like, he said Technique 12s, and I was like, oh, so you were like a DJ.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I would love to. I would love for that to happen. So, yep. So lots going on, and of course they have live music. I forgot to ask Kenny when I was over there. They have live music at the Hop Knot on Friday nights too, from 7 to 9 p.m. I'll have to send Kenny a text, and I should have asked him while I was there. I totally forgot, but I like to promote who's playing live at the Hop Knot. Tonight's trivia night. Tomorrow night's live music. I don't know if they have anything special going this weekend, but we do love the Hop Knot. And we would love to hear from you. 603-250-6007 is our studio line. 603-250-6007. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me while you still can, before the opportunity passes you by. If you've ever thought about sending me a tweet, or DJ Reklss, are you on Twitter?
I am. Why are you leaving?
I'm not leaving Twitter. I think Twitter is leaving us. It could happen any day now. Have you been paying attention? I mean, Twitter, it's imploding. It just you could just wake
Listen,
up.
just because it's a dumpster fire.
You could wake up one morning and be like, "Oh, there's no more Twitter. It's just gone." It could happen any day now, any minute. It could happen. We could have breaking news as we're live on the air. Twitter is no more. I mean, apparently, I learned this recently. The way it's coded, it's very shaky, very janky, I believe was the term, a technical term that us web designers use. So it could go away. It could be hacked. It could be there's terrible things that could happen. They have no content moderation. I think a week or two ago, people were tweeting out entire movies on Twitter. It's incredible. And I think our friend, this is our friend Eazy-G. Eazy-G, is that you?
I believe so.
Oh, good. DJ Reklss is here.
Oh, hi, DJ Reklss.
Hey.
Hey, it's funny. I was listening to you the other day, man. Well,
Are you gargling? What's that?
You are a Scrooge.
I'm a Scrooge?
Yeah, Scrooge.
Yeah.
How am I a Scrooge?
You're not a big fan of the holidays, so I'm going to call you a Scrooge.
Wow, he's just coming out guns
They called you last
blazing.
year, too, the year before that.
Mm-hmm. What?
Hey, did you guys hear that Dog the Bunny Hunter died today?
He did?
Who?
Dog the Bounty Hunter. Oh,
I'm
no.
surprised he's only 50.
No, he was older than 50, dude.
I don't think he died.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I'm pretty sure my Facebook feed
Well,
would be
that's what
broken.
TMZ said, 50 years old.
You're going to believe TMZ, though?
He's never wrong.
Dog.
TMZ does usually get it right. That's a reputable site, but there's no way he was 50. I'm looking this up.
That's what I thought. I know his wife died a while back, like last year or something.
Oh my God, TMZ. You're right, Eric. Dead at 50? That guy was only 50 years old?
No,
Yeah,
no,
we did it right on
no.
those
You
guys.
you guys are incorrect.
I see it. Yeah, but go ahead, Reklss.
It's his co-star. David Robinson died.
Yes, that makes more sense.
Yo, you scared me for a minute. I was like, "There's no way."
Egg in my face.
Egg on your face. Once again, Eazy-G, egg on your face. I can't believe it.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody in the death pool had that guy.
What's his name? David Robinson? I don't believe so. Yeah, because Dog the Bounty Hunters, he's got to be in his 70s.
Nobody had that lady that died yesterday at Fleetwood Mac either.
Christine McVie. No. They were talking.
Me and Peter are the only ones that have a pick.
What? You and Peter what?
Well, Peter have somebody that died in the death pool.
Oh, only you and Peter? Who did?
I have the Queen, and he has the lady, Olivia and John from the Greece.
Yes. So nobody had Christine McVie.
I had a new pick. I had Ric Flair.
Oh, really?
Not a bad pick. He's had a lot of
Are we
health
just
problems.
putting bets on who's gonna die next?
It's a death pool. It's supposed to be fun.
Right.
Although
he died a while back. Now he was in a coma for a long time.
I think John Hopwood finds it distasteful.
Yeah, it's a little bit distasteful.
Or my dad refers to him as John Hardwood, but I think
Earlier,
he's
I had Hulk Hogan, but I guess he doesn't. He doesn't let that one in there. So I get Ric Flair.
Wait, you were both talking. What did you say, Reklss? Can you put your
Can I put my pick on Kanye?
Kanye? Wow, he's only 45.
That's fine, man.
You think Karma's going to come and get him?
Not Karma. Not Karma. No.
Oh well,
No.
we don't want to encourage. Although we could stick MC Hammer on him because, as you know, MC Hammer.
Yeah, I never know stories. Oh God.
MC Hammer almost had me killed. I could have been in the death pool.
Yeah, true.
Back in the day.
But the hot news today is William Regal coming back to WWE.
You really think that's happening?
Yep.
Breaking news.
Are you sure?
100%. hottest rumor on the web.
Yeah, that's because Triple H and he are good friends, and I'm sure Triple H wants him back, but he's in a 3-year deal with AEW. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're going to buy him out.
They're not going to buy him out.
Well, who knows? It's a rumor.
It is a rumor.
He's not that good.
You can take it with a grain of salt. But anyways, the storyline is he got beat up by MJ there.
MJF?
Cross knuckles.
That dude's a clown.
Well, you know he's a bad guy.
Who's a clown? MJF?
Yeah.
In what way? Explain.
Dude, he is the laughing stock of AEW. Every clip I see of this man, one of them was, I can't even say it's PG-13. Let me tell you that. I was like, but if I did that in public, I'd be canceled.
Yes, well, he's MJF.
If I went up to a woman and did that, I'd be canceled.
It seems like everybody gets seen for the belt in AEW. It keeps going back and forth.
Charles Richardson in the chat says William Regal's contract expires in March. Oh, that's sooner than I would have thought. Well, he probably will be back in WWE then. I'm sure Triple H wasn't happy.
The web says December, but who knows?
Who knows?
There's a lot of things going on.
The World Wide Web.
Charles knows. He said March.
I watched the whole Survivor Series in different parts, though, because you can watch it later on Peacock. That was pretty good Survivor Series.
Oh, did you watch it?
Yeah, I was
I liked
impressed.
it.
I wasn't impressed.
How was the Bloodline match?
They gave the belt to that young kid again.
Huh? Young kid? What?
They give the belt to that young kid again.
Austin Theory.
When they had the King of the Ring bad guy. Not King of the Ring, but
I already said his name. His name's
he
Austin
won the ladder
Theory.
match there.
Yeah, Austin Theory.
Yeah. They give him a
Austin
big
Theory.
push. They want to give him the belt someday, I heard.
He said yeah because he wanted to make sure he said yeah for every time you said his name. So
yeah, there you go.
Yo, so
they want to give him a big push. Young kid, they want to put the bells on him.
Yeah.
I see that happening next year.
Me too.
There is talk of what?
You know what I always say, right? Push the young kid.
I would love to say it.
There is talk of what?
Logan Paul and Cena.
Oh yes.
Well, he's injured
if
now.
If that happened, yeah, he'll be fine though. He's got that rich people's money. He's got that rich people's money.
I had to laugh at the other day. I was watching AEW and Jeff Jarrett was on the screen. I thought, oh, God.
Eric, I love you, but can I talk? You just cut me off,
yes,
man.
you can. Right ahead.
I love you, man, but you cut me off, dude.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I've done it too. But yeah, no. Yeah, he is injured. He definitely tore his ACL, MCL, and whatever, TCL, BCL, whatever is in his knee, bro.
Yeah, it's like doing algebra with all his injuries.
Yo, literally. But he's expected to recover in like through 6 weeks, I think it was.
Oh, that soon?
Yeah. Well, he had to cancel his boxing match anyway. He had a match in January.
Yeah. So,
seeing that kid fight though, like seeing him wrestle, I was like, that is crazy.
Oh, Jenny and I watched the match with Logan Paul. Oh, actually, I think you were in the room.
I was in there.
That's right. Yeah. With Roman Reigns. Yeah, very, very good. Very good.
Yeah, but he's gonna be careful though. All that high flying, though, that's gonna take a toll on him.
No, I like that he did the spot with while on
with the camera. Yep.
While on Instagram.
You know what's crazy is this, right? Little small like I forgot the word. It's not a small world, but so his friends that he does Impulsive with that podcast, right? Who got thrown around in the ring.
Yeah.
When I was in LA, I ran into one of them.
Yeah.
And we got to hang out.
Oh.
And I was like, because my buddy knew him, and I was like, what?
Lucky.
I'm like, now this man's getting a whole concussion. The way that kid was thrown into that thing. Nope.
Easy. Have you ever had a concussion?
I can't say I have, no. Oh, yeah, I've had two, yes.
I can't say I have, but I've had two.
He couldn't say it because of the concussion.
I had two, yeah.
Interfered with him saying it. You've had two concussions? I was actually kidding. You've actually had two concussions? Why?
Yes, I did. I had one 8 years old when I fell that 25-foot cliff.
Oh, yes, the 25-foot cliff at Rock Rimmon.
16 when I fell off the bike going to King Burger.
Uh-huh.
King Burger.
King Burger.
Burger King.
Yeah, it wasn't fun, by the way. I don't recommend it.
Oh, Reklss doesn't know this. Back in the day, we used to call it King Burger, and then they changed it to Burger King.
I see my meme called it that.
You know how those Canadian companies are. They're always changing names.
Who knows why she called it that, but she did.
That's what they called it.
Wait,
I
one last
remember it
thing.
was
What-
King
what-
Burger.
I'm sorry.
That's what they called it, King Burger.
Yeah, one last thing. What are they doing?
Yes.
What the hell are they doing with Bray Wyatt? I can't understand what they're doing with him.
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, yes. What's going on with him?
Well, we'll just have to watch and find out, won't we?
I haven't seen him wrestle anybody. He seems to. Oh, he's good with the microphone, obviously, but
Yeah, he is. He's better with
seen
the
him wrestle anybody.
His matches are okay, but I like. I'm always intrigued by his character and this Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, I know one of his relatives died there a while back, right?
Who died?
One of his relatives, Bray Wyatt.
Oh, yeah. One of the people that was in his faction.
Oh yeah. Oh right. Of course. Yes. Brody Lee.
Yeah.
Who was in WWE? He was blanking on his name.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball, WWE. Not really having any kind of thing for him. I remember that.
Yes, I remember that too.
AEW did a great job.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
I was watching that one scene where they had the guy from the Shield there. John Moxley told the guy that's coming. Oh, can't think of his name again. The guy that's coming to WWE there.
Cody Rhodes.
No, the guy that's coming back to WWE there.
The guy who's coming back to WWE.
There's a lot of people coming back to WWE.
Yeah, the guy was AEW, the 3-year contract.
With the 3-year contract.
Yeah, he's coming to WWE, work for Triple H.
Are you talking about William Regal?
Yes, William Regal. The storyline when John Moxley came a couple weeks ago, he said, "It's best that you leave my ring," because he double crossed him at the pay-per-view.
Yes. He didn't take it
And
well.
Then he double MJ there, he double crossed the same guy.
Now, have you ever?
Hard to keep track of all these. I'll keep track of all these clowns.
Now, Eric, have you ever been hit with brass knuckles?
No.
It doesn't feel good.
I don't think it's a good idea, probably.
You have, Reklss? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not fun.
What'd you do?
Moving on.
Oh, no.
Moving on.
Wow. Well, I'll let you guys go there. And
That didn't happen
Not
at Job
hard.
Corps,
holidays.
did
Merry
No.
Christmas.
Not hard, but go ahead.
it? Oh, is he gone?
He's gone. He said peace out.
I heard a click. Oh, okay.
You should have known by now. Easy dope.
Wow, boy, that was, I'll tell you, that was something.
Yeah.
Always great to speak with our old friend, Eazy-G.
Yeah.
Well, that opens up a line for you, 603-250-6007,
Dude.
603-250-6007.
I was totally kidding about the brass knuckles thing.
Oh,
I've come in between brass knuckles and somebody else about to fight, but never got hit with them.
sure. We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Oh, Ratso, trying to get more publicity for your show.
Yeah,
But
Poppy
you'll never
Chulo.
be the show of shows.
Sounds like a recording.
It
doesn't
is.
You know, it's
And he's
evident
lame
to
for
me
it.
that you need me. You can't exist in your radio career. You're so.
Why don't you call and be a real man, bro?
Without mentioning your master. Yes,
He thinks I need him.
I am.
I can't live if living with his out.
Yo,
I can't even get the lyrics
yo.
right.
Knows you. Yes, I do.
Oh, that's
and you
hot.
other flakos out there like Billy.
Yes, man.
And
Are you having a stroke?
He's stroking out.
Alrighty, well. You know what? I got one thing to say about this dude, bro. What is going on, dude? Just turn this down. Just turn this off. Turn this off before Yo.
Anyway, I just wanted to
say I love you.
say hello.
I just called to say I love you.
Whoa, okay, yo, what is going on? Just, yo, no. Well, that was interesting. You know what? I got one thing to say to that old hag. Okay?
I like your theory. I think he was having a stroke.
I do too. I got one thing to say to him.
Yes.
He just needs to grow up and be a real man. You're calling and making recordings, dude. Like, you're lame. You're a goofy, bro, when it comes down to it. Yeah, I know he probably won't understand half of what I'm saying.
Yes.
He's probably stroking out over there.
Right.
But, like, I'm over it. It's been 9 months. I don't get why we all keep entertaining this dude.
Well,
like, everybody sees your Facebook Live comments, bro, even when you block them, because you're stupid and you don't know how to block people on YouTube or Facebook. You're just lame.
Oh, well. We'll move on. We'll move on to relevance. Relevance. We don't
Lame-o.
need 603
Goofy.
603-250-6007. 603-250-6007 is the studio line. If you'd like to join us today on the program, our friend Tony Labranche should be arriving soon too. He has he's got an announcement to make today regarding his candidacy. Do you ever think about running for office there,
Nope.
DJ Reklss?
I'm good. I'm very much good. I'm set on that.
Do you feel you would be unelectable?
No, I feel like I'd be too good and I'd beat everybody.
I thought maybe you were concerned that the story about the brass knuckles would come back to haunt you.
No, I know who I should run against though.
Somebody would take that up in a campaign ad or something.
There's a lot of things they could add up.
Right. We'll say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat. Crystal, our friend from the great state of Illinois, joins us in the chat room. Hello, Crystal. Oh, and actually via phone, our friend Ron is on the line. Hi, Ron.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Hey, Matt, because I don't know anything about it, and we sort of discussed it the other day, and I know that you were limited, but am I under the impression now that if you own Bitcoin that you just lost all your money? Is something just taking place that you're aware of?
Yeah, I mean, I don't follow cryptocurrency too closely, but there's that FTX situation where, people lost entire fortunes. And, I personally, I've never, I've talked to people who've done very well with Bitcoin who got in early. In fact, Jenny has said that, she knows people who they got in really early and ended up being able to cash out and pay off their mortgages and things like that. But, to me, it's just, I don't see the point of it. It's just gambling. It's like, it's not real. It's just a fake imaginary currency. And I don't know what the point of it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not in any way like a pyramid, though, is it?
To a point.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, not exactly, but I wouldn't say it's nothing like a pyramid.
All right, I'm going to gather some of my own information because curiosity has me. Because, in the beginning, I was saying, wow, this is awesome what I'm hearing, all these stories. And then I caught something on the tail end today that just led me to believe that, if you had it, it's lost its complete value almost. Yeah.
I mean, it can happen. You can put a lot of money into it and come up with nothing. So.
All right, thanks. And Mr. Upward, if you have any input, I would be interested to hear it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Let me tell you my
Thanks,
input.
Ron. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Hopwood.
Yeah. I'm terrible at that.
I was going to say, is that your John Hopwood impression? Yeah, no offense, but that is
back
really
in 1942.
Now, I don't do a as you know, I'm not good at impressions myself. I don't do a John Hopwood impression, but I do an impression of Gonzo's impression of John Hopwood. Are you talking about Howard Zen? Howard Zen from BU? Howard Zen when he lived in San Francisco. So that's my impression of Gonzo's impression of John Hopwood.
You gotta make it sound kind of nasally.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it.
But but we love John Hopwood, of course. No disrespect ever. 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. My dad calls him John Hardwood, but I think my dad confuses him with an adult film star named by that name. And not that I would know anything about that.
I'm a little concerned.
Yes. Let's see. Also in our Facebook live chat, Melanie La Liberty from the great state of Vermont joins us today. Rocky Huber is in the chat. Jenny is in the chat, of course, and says, Shalom Peeps, and she really likes that song. Yeah, I played that again, that Fever Shakes by, I'm not sure if it's pronounced Mari Catman from Boston. Are you familiar with her? Electronic artist.
No.
Really good, really good.
It sounded really good.
Yeah, you had to you missed part of it, but yeah, I really like that song quite a bit. Let's see. Pack on the Blue Spot joins us in the Facebook Live chat. And by the way, now I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm not familiar with this individual, but I'm going to assume that they might be from Greensboro, North Carolina. You know, we have a lot of fans in Greensboro, North Carolina, and they all speak very similarly, and they use a lot of hashtags. Pack on the Blue Spot says, "Good afternoon, hashtag Matt. We say, how are you doing?"
Hashtag Matt.
And Pack on the Blue Spot also says, "We say, hashtag Matt, who's the guest? He is cool, we said." DJ Reklss is here at the news desk. He's not really a guest. He's a friend of the show. He's got, he's someone who appears regularly, so he has elevated status. He's above a guest. He's not
I'm
a mere
elevated
guest.
status over here.
Yes, elevate. Ooh, that'd be a good name for.
Took me a while to get here.
Elevated status. That'd be a good name for DJ, wouldn't it?
It took me getting kicked off the morning show to get here.
Well, you didn't get kicked off. You just weren't invited back for a long time.
For an extremely long time. Damn, who's that sound like? Oh, it sounds like my relationship with the goat.
Oh no!
Not inviting me back and then canceling me in the last 30 seconds.
I wasn't aware that you were in a relationship with a goat. I don't think
Whoa,
that's
run
fully.
that back.
I don't think that's fully
Whoa,
legal.
That is not legal.
But that is fodder for those of us who think that we're hillbillies here in here in New Hampshire. But yes, I would not approve of that. And if there is no legislation outline that, I would certainly support such. Hello. So our guest has arrived. Oh, I'm going to adjust that camera in a moment. But Tony Labranche is here. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty well.
And I like the suit.
Thanks.
You look very. You look like you're running for something.
Yeah, that's why I came here today.
Very good, very good. Now, you and DJ Reklss have not met yet, I don't think, have you?
I've seen his name before, definitely.
You have, yes.
I've definitely seen your name somewhere.
Yes. Melanie in the chat room says, did Christian just say he has been loving a goat?
Moving on.
See what you walked into?
That is not at all what I said, but moving on.
Right. Yes. You were talking about a goat and your relationship with it, but you didn't say that you loved the goat.
No, not even close.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're astronomically
I could
off.
have sworn you said relationship and goat.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, but no. Nothing to do with a relationship with a goat.
Oh, good. Okay. You had me concerned.
Now stop before I dig this hole deeper.
Okay.
This poor man's probably like, what is going on right now?
He's been on the show before. He knows. He knows what goes on.
I'm not dating a goat. I swear.
So what's going on, Tony? What have you been, before we get to your announcement, what have you been up to? Of course, you're no longer a state rep, correct?
No, I resigned in August because I was moving to Canada, but plans have fallen through and I'm back in the Granite State, baby.
Oh, excellent. Pack on the Blue Spot in the chat room says, hashtag Tony, we said you have a great suit.
Thanks.
That's how they speak in Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's totally.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
So you're getting back into running for office?
Yep. I'm actually giving you the first scoop.
Oh, very good.
The actual public announcement's coming out tonight. But I'm announcing to you and everybody in the Granite State that I am running for Speaker of the New Hampshire House.
Now, how does that work? Because you're not currently... how does that work if you're not currently in the House?
The New Hampshire Constitution doesn't actually have a requirement that the Speaker must be a member.
Really?
It says that the House is free to choose whoever they please. And the House rules also do not state anything about having to be a member. And I've checked with the clerk of the House, and yeah, that is currently the situation in New Hampshire. As long as you're over the age of 18 and a registered voter, you are qualified to run for Speaker of the House.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What and why? Why are you running for this?
So I had never thought about it in a million years.
Yeah.
But seeing that the New Hampshire House, the results that came out in the previous general election just a few weeks ago, it's 202 to 198 at the moment. So
Okay.
202 Republicans, 198 Democrats, pending the 2 recounts. So it is a nearly evenly divided House. And at the moment, we have two people running for speaker, the leader of the Republican caucus and the leader of the Democratic caucus. But I don't think an evenly divided House warrants having a partisan speaker. That is to say, a Republican or a Democrat leading the House, because, we've always had issues in the House with members of the opposing party respecting the speaker, because obviously if you're a Republican and the speaker's a Democrat, you're always going to say, they're doing something in a partisan manner.
Right.
And I believe we have seen, in the past, the speaker's position be used to further a partisan goal. But, when you think about the role of the speaker or the presiding officer of a legislature, they're only supposed to, apply the rules and keep the decorum of the House.
Mm-hmm.
That is all the speaker's supposed to do. It is supposed to be a procedural role.
Yeah.
But here in the United States and here in New Hampshire, we've seen it's, actually probably one of the most partisan roles. But I think we need to start thinking about, especially if there's an evenly divided House, going back to what the speaker is supposed to be. And that is someone who will apply the rules, keep the decorum, and that's it. And maybe try to bring the House together.
Yeah.
And I think as one of the two independents last term, I'm uniquely positioned, having friends in the Republican caucus and the Democratic caucus, to be that person that will bring some sort of neutrality to that position and actually bring the House together, instead of, at the moment there's two, Sherman Packard, who's a Republican, and Matt Wilhelm, who is a Democrat. And, I think it really takes somebody who doesn't have that partisan affiliation with them to lead the House.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, has this ever been done before in New Hampshire?
I don't believe so. I think I would be the first person who's not a member to run. And I think it would also, yet again, be the youngest in history as well.
How old are you?
I'm just turned 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You're younger than DJ Reklss. He just turned 22.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. So now, how does the process work exactly? So when the new term starts, is that when they vote? Or
Yep. So next Wednesday, December 7th, is Organization Day, where all the officer positions are elected. And all it takes to run for speaker is having 2 state reps nominate you, which I currently have. So I'm hoping that that's another thing. Because I'm not a member of the House, I'm not allowed onto the House floor.
Oh.
So I'm not allowed to give a speech on the House floor unless the rules are amended beforehand.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that the people that will be speaking in favor of me will cover all the bases and say everything I would like to say in front of the House.
Right.
But hopefully the House votes to allow me to speak on the House floor.
Wow. Okay. So you have people who are going to try to advocate for you, or who are, or who are going to, I assume they haven't started any of this yet, right? Because you're just announcing this now, or maybe they have.
I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes for the past few weeks.
Okay.
Because obviously it was just an idea being floated around for the most part for a while. But the conversations I've been having with representatives and even former representatives have gone a lot better than I thought they were going to go.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody understands that it doesn't make sense that if the House is going to be evenly divided, that someone who is so openly partisan be the leader of the House, because it really takes somebody who's going to bring everyone together and actually do the people's business, because that's what the people voted for. They voted for an evenly divided House.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of, I have a few ideas in mind if I were to become speaker, or at least I hope to put out there so that, the future speaker takes those ideas. The first 2 are pretty simple and are actually already in the House rules but haven't been applied properly in the past, and that is committees should be appointed proportionally. That is, if you get 50% of the seats, you get 50% of the, committee seats.
Yeah.
That has not been the case in previous terms.
Really?
I know in the last term, and I don't want to speak negatively of my opponents, but the last term, there was controversy because a few of the committees were appointed with more Republicans than Democrats.
Okay.
So the speaker was using his authority to put more people on those committees.
Oh, okay.
So because it's 202 to 198, I don't think it warrants every single committee being a majority Republican.
Yeah.
I think committees should be evenly divided because that's what the House rules say. And then the second thing I want to do is if they're going to be evenly divided, that the chair be from the majority, so Republican,
Mhm.
and the vice chair be Democrat, because hopefully having a chair and vice chair from opposing parties, maybe they can work together and actually find common ground.
Yeah, that's a great idea, I think.
Obviously, that's probably not the magic bullet to end partisanship here in New Hampshire, but it's worth a try. And I don't think the first idea has been floated around, but that second idea has not. I have not heard anything from the current candidates about that. So those were the two basic things I'd like to do.
Yeah.
Third thing, that I actually take inspiration from Congress, which is not every day you take inspiration from Congress.
Yeah.
But at the federal Senate and the federal House of Representatives, the speaker position or the presiding officer actually rotates. So you rarely see Nancy Pelosi or, whoever is the speaker at the time actually at the speaker's podium. It's usually a randomly selected member of the House.
Mhm.
And I think that idea has merit because currently a few members of the New Hampshire House don't know a lot about legislative procedure. And I
find that hard to believe.
I'm being polite here. So I think by giving them that opportunity to either lead the House during part of a session day or a whole session day, will obviously educate them about the actual procedures of the House.
Mhm.
In addition, I believe that it will give some members greater respect for the speaker's position because, sometimes you can get mad at the speaker because you don't understand why he's saying what he's saying, why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
So I think by giving that opportunity to all those members will hopefully increase their appreciation for the role of speaker and their understanding of procedure, which I know this is probably boring to the average individual, but it's part of the process and respecting the process and really having the House run smoothly, because if the House is in deadlock, which 202, 198, there's going to be a lot of deadlock this year. We need to find ways to bring people together and actually have the House run smoothly.
No doubt. 202 to 198. I mean, that's about as evenly divided as it gets. Is that the most even legislature we've had in New Hampshire? Do you know?
I think I read in a tweet somewhere, I think the last time we were this close was back in the 1800s.
No kidding. Wow.
So really unprecedented in today's world.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely an interesting time, and I think it is probably the best opportunity we have to finally have an independent speaker and move past the partisan way of leading the House.
Yeah.
And really making sure that the House runs smoothly and according to what the people want and according to the Constitution, because, I took an oath to the Constitution when I was a state rep, and I always put that above my own party. And I think that's what I want to do with the speaker's position, is that it's about procedure. It's about making sure things run smoothly, not necessarily to advance my own agenda or a party's agenda.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I want to do. And I also had one of the bigger ideas I had, which I don't think anybody's thought of before, is having a speaker's special committee on House visibility and integrity, which is a bit of a mouthful, but it's all it needs to say in one sentence. And that committee would be composed of the speaker, their deputies, and the party leadership in the House. And we would travel the state to every single state rep district and hold town halls to really listen to the voters directly. Bringing the people's House to the people, if you will.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people forget about state government and the state House, especially when we have 400 reps and a lot's going on in Concord. But really bringing the House to the people and listening to them alongside their reps, because at these events, I'd like to involve the local representatives as well.
Yeah.
With the ultimate goal of that committee to, bring more visibility of the House and visibility so that, the people actually feel like they are being listened to and actually have an opportunity to give input on the House.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is to bring recommendations to the Speaker in the House on possible changes to procedure or to the House rules to really allow more people to partake in the process of legislating in Concord.
Do you have specific changes in mind that you'd like to make?
Specifically in mind at the moment, no, which is why I think it's important that we go straight to the people and, how they feel they are represented in Concord and how they want to see the House operate and how they can, play a part in Concord. Because at the moment, anybody can testify in front of a House committee.
Yeah.
You don't need a background. You don't need to be invited. Anybody can go. And I think that's one thing I really want to share with the public in these town hall meetings is that you can come to the people's house. You can testify. And I really hope to see more people get involved in politics here in New Hampshire and in the New Hampshire House.
So obviously, like you said, you've been talking to people, working with people behind the scenes as you got ready to make this announcement. I really appreciate you coming on the show today and giving us the scoop. Has anyone, not to be a smartass, but has anyone tried to talk you out of it? Has anyone said, Tony, this isn't going to work, or it's not the right time, or anything like that? Or has everybody been encouraging?
I have heard a lot of encouragement, but there are a few people who say, now's not the time. The House is equally divided. We need someone with experience. We need someone who will be able to lead the House. Really, or from Democrats specifically, we need to stick together. You can't kneecap us. We need all the votes that we can get to get the leadership. And I listen to what they have to say, and I disagree. I don't think that it is the place for a Democrat to be Speaker in a Republican majority House, first of all.
Yeah.
And second of all, I don't think it's the role of a Republican or a Democrat, because it really should be independent. In every other democracy, or I should say, in most other democracies in the world, the Speaker is nonpartisan. They either leave their party or they distance themselves. They do not partake in any lawmaking activities. They do not partake in any caucuses or anything. They are just there to apply the rules, and that's it. I took inspiration from John Bercow in the UK, or François Paradis in Quebec. These are the people that have inspired me to run for Speaker, because I think it really is just about good functioning government and following the process, because obviously a lot of people have lost confidence in our democracy, sadly. A lot of people have lost confidence in our government, and I think making sure that things are running smoothly and properly is part of bringing back that confidence and hopefully bringing back unity in the House and lessening the partisan divide here in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I like it. Let's see. You're getting some. Let's look at this. Getting some.
I have a question.
Some feedback.
Quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You ran before, right?
Yeah, I was a state rep for one term. I was representing Amherst, New Hampshire, just down the street.
Yeah. You recently came over to be an independent, right?
Yeah, I left the Democratic Party in February of this year.
Do you think they will throw that into the wind against you?
That's a good question.
Some of them already have. Some of the people who don't want me running are obviously not wanting me to run just because I'm not a Democrat. And some people are mad at the way I left the party, because I did give a speech outlining the reasons I left, and I don't regret that speech. I said what I had to say. I said the truth.
Of course.
And, they can be mad about it, but I hope that some of them can look past the politics, look past their personal agendas, and actually realize it only makes sense to have an independent speaker, because, we've seen, a partisan speaker for the past 2 years. I hate to say it because I hate to be that guy who attacks his opponents, but that is the reality. I hope that some of them can actually see that it is time for change in the House.
No, of course. Have they ever thrown age at you?
Oh, yes.
Dude, I wouldn't put it past any of them.
Especially in the New Hampshire House. Bob Backus, and it's kind of a mean joke, but Bob said it himself, so I can say it, that the average, this was years ago too, I heard him say this, that the average, or the median age of the New Hampshire House is deceased. So there's a lot of older
He's
folk.
not wrong.
Yeah, I think when I was elected last year, I brought the average age down by like 2 years alone. But yeah, a lot of them don't necessarily say it's my age, but my experience. And to that I say, yes, I only have a term under my belt, but Sherman Packard, the current Speaker of the House, had 30 years of experience before he ran for Speaker and became Speaker, and he still struggled. He had the clerk of the House, Paul Smith, whispering in his ear, and we could hear him accidentally whispering into the microphone most of the time the first year.
Literally?
Yeah, we could hear them say whatever he was saying, like, "Oh, it's a division vote," or "Members,
interesting,"
whatever it was. We could actually hear the clerk telling the speaker what to do. Which take whatever you can from that, but
right.
I think that, whether having 30 years of experience or just 2, I think it's a role I could learn in, because I obviously played a big role in the independent caucus when we were formulating strategy and using parliamentary procedure. So I think I have enough experience to be speaker. I'm definitely willing to learn on the job. But I think also having fewer years in the House actually can be a positive.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I don't have that baggage, is the word that people have used, is like, I haven't, yes, I did introduce bills, I fought for bills, but I don't have that past of negative relationships or relationships that have soured, or, I have been so blatantly partisan for one bill or the other. So I think it's actually good because I don't have that baggage around me, so people can actually see me as independent.
Yeah, you're not jaded per se.
Yeah. So I don't have that baggage with me to, be thrown at me or discredit me, because, I'm just a 21-year-old guy who wants to make sure that New Hampshire government is running smoothly. It's as simple as that. Is I come at it with very good intentions and a pure heart.
Yeah. And so obviously you'd be the youngest speaker. Were you the when you were a state rep? Were you the youngest state rep ever elected?
Yeah, I was, to my knowledge, the youngest state rep in state history.
Wow.
Yeah, and when it comes to beating the record for Speaker of the House, yes, I'd be the youngest Speaker of the House in New Hampshire, but I believe the youngest Speaker of the House in the United States was in Maine, and I believe he was 23 or 24 as well. So I would definitely be beating his record, but it's not that much of an age difference, to say the least.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that would be remarkable. So they'll vote, and are there, how does that work as far as other candidates? Will both the Democrats and Republicans each put up candidates, and then you'll be the one independent candidate, I assume?
So at the moment, it is just the current speaker, Sherman Packard, who is a Republican, and Matt Wilhelm, who is a Democrat. He's new to leadership this year. I've worked with him a lot. I respect him. But he was the chair of the Democratic Victory Campaign Committee for the House. So he is seen by Republicans as very partisan. Obviously, if you're running the campaign arm of the party, you can't help but be partisan.
Yeah.
And like I said with Speaker Packard, we've seen him partake in Republican caucuses and, really pushed the Republican agenda forward.
Yeah.
So on Organization Day, to my knowledge, it is me, Speaker Packard, and Matt Wilhelm. So there is always the opportunity or possibility of another person running. We saw that with former Speaker Jasper. It was Republican O'Brien versus...
I remember this.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So he did not get the nomination for the Republican caucus, but in the second round of voting, he put his name in. The Democrats candidate stepped aside and endorsed him, and ended up winning the speakership of the House, which angered a lot of Republicans at the time. But he's also an example I look to as somebody who is able to bring people together and lead the House. Obviously, people have issues with him depending on what side of the aisle you're on, but that's an example I'm looking forward to on Organization Day. There's obviously the opportunity for other reps to do that I haven't heard of, but I've talked to members, both Republican and Democrat, and people have said that they're surprised that nobody else has any whispers of running. So at the moment, it's looking like a three-way race.
Yeah.
And even if I weren't running, if it were just Representative Wilhelm versus Speaker Packard, I don't think anybody would win on the first ballot, because to become Speaker of the House, the way the voting occurs is you need 50% plus one.
Okay.
I don't know if it's members present or in total. So you need 201 people to vote for you. That's not really easy when the majority is 202 to 198.
Right.
So, one person has a head cold and doesn't come in.
Right.
One representative's in jail. They can't come in. So that could...
Has that ever happened?
Actually, I was talking to somebody and they said that legally speaking, that representative who's currently in jail could get out for the day to attend session because under the Constitution, you cannot be held in detention if you're a rep for session days. But anyways, that's a whole legal theory.
Only in New Hampshire.
Yeah. That's to say that it's anybody's game at the moment, and I don't think anybody's going to be winning on the first round.
Yeah.
Even if I weren't running, I've heard, that Packard will not get the 201 votes on the first round, and I don't believe Representative Wilhelm has the support within his caucus, let alone picking off some Republican votes.
Yeah.
To win. I don't think he'd win on the first ballot, nor do I think he'd win in general.
Yeah.
And for the Republican side, Packard might not win on the first ballot, but he might win, they might fall into line, as they say, and win in subsequent ballots. But it's really anyone's game, and it's really going to be interesting to see what happens on December 7th and how the first round of voting goes, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But if we need a compromise candidate, I'm hoping to be that compromise candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be that's your opportunity then,
Yeah.
really. So how does that work if it goes to a second round? Is it the top two? How does that?
So I believe the first 3 rounds, nobody gets eliminated.
Oh.
It's really just to see where the support ends up
Oh,
coalescing around.
Gotcha.
But I believe after subsequent rounds, there's the opportunity to eliminate the last place person.
Okay.
So,
very interesting.
Because in the past, there have been protest votes. I believe it was with Jasper, but I think it was either his second term as speaker. I'm blanking. Anyways, he didn't win on the first round because a few Republicans wrote in somebody else in their caucus.
Oh.
So nobody won the first round, but in subsequent rounds, they took it more seriously and voted for Jasper as speaker. So I'm just interested as anybody could be for Organization Day and how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, no doubt. We've got some feedback going on here in the Facebook live chat. Pack on the Blue Spot, they're very encouraging and nurturing in Greensboro, North Carolina. He says, we say that is so awesome, #Tony, and we agree with you, sir. Very nice. Rocky Huber says, who else thinks he looks like a cooler version of DJ Reklss? Oh, my goodness.
Wait, what?
Rocky Huber. He said, who else thinks he looks like a cooler version of you? Well, he's wearing a suit. He has an advantage.
Yeah, he's wearing a suit. That's what does it for him.
Pack on the Blue Spot says, we say that is so understanding from #Tony, Matt Connarton. Let's see. Crystal, our friend from Illinois, says, suggestion for specific changes. If you get arrested for crimes like stalking, fake bomb threats to hospitals, fake 911 calls, and credit card fraud, should automatically not be eligible to run for political office. You'd think that would be a no-brainer for Nashua, but apparently not.
I don't think he knows.
I will not comment on...
he knows, but we don't...
Yeah. I will not comment on any of the representatives in the House at the moment.
That's wise, yeah. We don't talk about that.
That individual... Whoa, English Christian. That individual still...
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Crystal also said, almost even representation tells me the people want both parties to work together. Same with DC. Let's see. So some of these I'm going to skip because they involve a goat.
Yeah. Man, I had no chance to defend myself when I'm talking about a bar, not an animal.
Now, Tom Blanchard says he's putting a little cynical response here, Tony. He says, "Here comes another lifelong politician, LOL." Is that your plan, to be a lifelong politician?
Honestly, this is going to sound really horrible for somebody who's running for speaker.
Yeah.
That idea horrifies me.
Yeah.
The only reason I went into politics, and we've talked about it before, but it really is it's really out of necessity is what I'll say.
Yeah.
You know, with my history of cancer and dealing with the healthcare system and just seeing how unjust the American healthcare system is, if we can even call it a healthcare system. The only reason I ever considered running for office is to fix that issue and to fix other issues I've seen, you know, anything from electoral reform to, you know, when I ran for school board because, you know, there were leaky ceilings and no heating in some classrooms, and what's supposed to be one of the richest towns in New Hampshire can't even have a school that has heating. It's really just to fight those injustices.
Yeah.
So I would rather not be a politician. I would rather not be involved in politics at all.
Yeah.
Especially because this previous term as a member of the House, just seeing how depressing it is, as in like it's business as usual and nothing will change. And it feels so helpless to try and fight for these things. Even if you have a good idea, it's all about personal connections. It's about your political capital. It's about you know, what the party wants, what the higher ups want. And, you know, I'm not somebody who can fall into line. I really fight for what I believe in, and maybe that's why I'm not so good at politics and why I ended up being an independent member of the House. But I really do it just because I think I should, because I'm obviously not running for speaker for the money. It's only $25 more a year. So instead of $100 a year, I get paid $125 a year. Wow. So I'd still need to work my part-time job.
And free tolls, I think, right?
Free tolls on session day.
Yes, yes.
I was mistaken when I thought the tolls were every day, but no, it's just session days.
He found that out the hard way. He was traveling, and next thing you know, he got an Easy Pass bill, and it was like $500, and he was like, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
I'll just expense that." Nope, no expense in that.
Do you want to take a moment too? We should remind everyone, Tony, longtime listeners remember you, I'm sure, but a lot of newer listeners might not know your story about when you were in the House the first time. You were in as a Democrat, and then you left and became an independent. And do you want to kind of recap that whole thing so it gives people a better idea of where you're coming from and what your experience in the House was?
So are we starting like before and why I ran for politics, or just my history in the House?
Your history in the House and how you became an independent.
So obviously I was elected as a Democrat. I had been an activist within the Democratic Party. You know, I was a delegate for Bernie Sanders, and, you know, I still support the man. Obviously, you know, I was a Democrat, and I, you know, was fighting for what I believed in, but in seeing how the party was run, you know, I was elected through my position as a Bernie delegate to be on the state committee, which is what is the governing body of the Democratic Party in New Hampshire, or at least is on paper. So I attended all the meetings, you know, all the conventions, all the committee meetings, just to find out that the party is really run by one man and his entourage, and that is, you know, Chairman Buckley. We were not given opportunities to speak at state committee meetings. I think the most flagrant abuse and, you know, miscarriage of justice was last year's Democratic convention, because we were voting on an amendment to the Constitution of the New Hampshire Democratic Party that contained 56 alterations. So they crammed all the alterations into one amendment.
Yeah.
And then they prohibited delegates to the convention from speaking to one another.
Oh, really?
And we were not allowed to speak at the convention. So this amendment was passed without any debate or any allowance for us to talk to the other delegates and actually, you know, talk about the issues. And that's for a party that calls itself the Democratic Party.
That's
and we're not even allowed to talk to each other.
That part's especially weird.
That's very suspicious.
Like, imagine
and shady.
The New Hampshire House, except we're not allowed to debate on the House floor, and we're not allowed to talk to the other reps. It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
And, you know, And you know, there's also the personal history with Buckley where when I ran for school board the second time in 2021, I was dealing with a lot of homophobia, a lot of, you know, trespassing.
Well, when you have a bunch of 80-year-old white guys running the house, that's, just unfortunately what's going to happen because, you know, not everybody's like us. You know what I mean? Not everybody understands as much as us. And I've come out and said that before.
Yeah.
There is not enough age gap, per se, for lack of better wording, in any type of politics in this country.
It is very much dominated by the older
Not only
generation.
white guys. I'll cover my bases there too before, you know, everyone cancels me for that next.
But where was I going with that?
I'm sorry.
It was a good point. But
no, it is a good point. So I was running for school board for the second time, and I was dealing with, you know, death threats, threats of violence, destruction of property, trespassing, all sorts of stuff. You know, one of my supporters had their pride flag burnt on their property, like set fire to, and my sign was destroyed on their front lawn.
Yeah.
So I was dealing with a lot, to say the least.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And unfortunately, we live in an era where all of that has become elevated.
Yeah, and almost normalized at this point.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had voted against Buckley. I voted for his opponent in the previous leadership election. But, you know, I still respected him. I still thought, you know, as the leader of the party, I could reach out for him for help, advice, or whatever he could offer me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, obviously the Democratic Party can't really get involved in municipal races that are nonpartisan. But, you know, I texted him, I reached out, and I said, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. You know, this is really serious stuff. I've never really dealt with it before. Could you call or, you know, give me some advice at all? And he basically responded by saying, I'm busy. Send me an email. Yeah. So I did. I sent him an email and I sent the party office an email. Never heard back from them to this day.
It's horrible.
So I think the moment I voted against him or, you know, supported his opponent, I was put on his blacklist, which is consistent with what I've heard other members of the party who have gone against him is if you don't support Buckley in the Democratic Party, you can't go anywhere in the party. So,
yeah. I've heard that.
He leads it with an iron fist. Sorry. Leads it with an iron fist, and it's just an undemocratic party.
Yeah. And then you gave the can you that's okay. Can you talk about too when you announced you were leaving and the speech and everything, because that's a pretty interesting story.
Yeah, so when I left the party, we were still meeting at the hotel just down the street from here.
Yeah.
And I got up to give my speech, and I think I was like 3 or 4 sentences into my speech when the Democrats objected to my speech. And just to give context, I was giving a unanimous consent speech, and once consent is pulled, we must vote on if the member's allowed to talk. So the Democrats, 4 sentences into my speech, objected, and we had to vote on if an elected representative from Amherst, was allowed to talk.
Wow.
And obviously, I saw it coming. I knew it was a possibility that they would retaliate against me like that.
Yeah.
So I had talked to a few of my Republican colleagues and said, in case that occurs, do you have my back so I can speak my piece? Because, you know, it wasn't intended as a partisan attack.
But just to be clear, so it sounds like everyone knew what your speech was going to be. They knew what the crux of it was. Because otherwise they wouldn't have had any.
Looking back, well, it was the moment I said why I'm leaving the Democratic Party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'll do it for you.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it was front loaded.
Yeah.
In that sense.
In that sense. So literally 4 sentences in, they shut me down.
That makes sense then. Okay.
But looking back, I think a lot more people knew what was coming just because I had, had whisper conversations with other reps who probably had overheard me talking about it.
Yeah. Well, plus if you're talking to Republicans and saying, "Hey, do you have my back?" If then people, I can see where people would figure it out what was up. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And I know that can be seen as, oh, I was working with the Republicans to, give a speech to smear the Democrats, but it really was just every representative is elected by the people. Every representative has the duty and responsibility to speak their truth and speak their mind on the House floor.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that Democrats even objected is sad and I think inherently undemocratic. because it was not intended to be some partisan speech advocating for or against the party.
Yeah.
It really was just to explain everything I've stated here, which is there are issues with the party. It is undemocratic in nature, and I think that we need to work to solve that. And until then, I'm no longer a member of the party.
Well, the irony too is of that moment, and obviously, I'm sure you've reflected on this quite a bit. But them objecting just reinforced what you were doing, your reasons for doing it, right?
And I think in that regard, they definitely shot themselves in the foot, because you're trying to shut down. At the time, I was a 19-year-old rep.
Yeah.
Just because of the issues he's faced in the party. And I think, them losing that vote 199 to 70 something shows that, I had the support of even a lot of Democrats to speak.
Yeah.
I had a lot of Democrats come up to me and say, I agree with everything you said. I just don't think you should have said it.
No kidding.
Yeah. And it's that's how Buckley remains in power, is by intimidating people to the point that they remain silent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And some people who object to that come up to me and say, well, it's about the party and the policy and pushing our agenda forward. I had one representative call me one night, 11 o'clock, and I'm just going to say it was a Manchester rep. She called me and was like, you need to resign, think about women's rights, the right to abortion.
I know exactly who this is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's yes, those issues are important. They are. But by silencing opposition to the politics within the party is not the way of going about that. I had another representative say oh, you're going to harm us in the next election, etc., which obviously we've seen they gained 13 seats, so that's
Sure.
not the case.
Sure.
But that is how Buckley remains in power, is by hushing up everything that is negative and all the opposition.
Yep.
And sadly, a lot of, reps either remain silent or, they actually don't run again and, forever is fractured the opposition to Buckley, even though I think the majority of Democratic, members, I should say party members in the state, don't agree with his leadership.
He's been there a long time, right, Buckley?
Basically a lifetime appointment once you get once you get there. So he chooses when he leaves on his own terms.
Yeah, yeah.
And gets to choose whoever he chooses for his successor.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, does it ever happen in the House where someone is not allowed to speak, where they do the vote and someone is actually voted not to speak? I would think that would be something that never really happens, where someone...
I can't think of anything while I was there that occurred, but it's definitely possible, especially if you're going on some sort of unhinged rant.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, and that probably does happen a lot there. So,
which I mean,
so
it could be an unhinged rant, or it could be me speaking my piece. Depends on the situation, but
right,
it's a theoretical possibility. But usually, unanimous consent speeches are not supposed to be confrontational or controversial. A lot of it is, one of them was saying the story of David and Goliath, and then somebody was saying what was happening in Croydon, or just sharing things with the House, like I have.
Sure.
My last speech in the House was about Quebec National Day. Just informing people about what Quebec National Day is, the history of Quebec, and the oppression they face from the English and still do to this day. So I understand why some people would object, but in that specific case against me,
object to what you were saying, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Not right in any regard.
How was the walk out of that meeting, man? I would have been like, yeah, I'm bringing security. I'm out of here. Peace. Where's the back door, man? I'm out.
Was it a little tense?
To say the least.
Yo, man. Nope.
A lot of people were avoiding me that day as well for the rest of the day, and even up till the end of until I resigned, some people were still avoiding me.
Yeah.
Because obviously they don't want to be seen as close to the person that went against Buckley, first of all, and second of all, the person that went against the party.
But nobody else would go against Buckley.
Yeah, no one in the House dared to leave the party or go publicly about what he's done. So it really was only me and Representative Ellen Reed who were independents in the House.
Oh, yes. She was here with you the last time
Yeah.
or maybe the time before because you've been on a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still work with, forgive me, I forget his name, your friend who was with you last time?
Rolf, yeah.
Yeah.
He's, he wanted to come in today, but he was, he's actually busy helping me draft the press release.
Oh, no kidding.
And making a little logo for that press release and for my campaign.
Oh.
So he's currently doing that now and probably listening as we're talking.
Yeah.
So hi, Rolf.
Yeah.
So that should be ready to go when I get home. So I'll be sending that press release out to all the media outlets and hopefully sending a letter to all the reps as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. Very good.
That's going to be quite a few emails.
Yeah. Just quite a few. Only 400.
Yeah.
At least.
It's going to be up for a little bit.
Crystal in the chat room has an interesting idea. She said maybe Tony should do a State House podcast so people know how bad some of those reps they keep electing are. or maybe not necessarily that specifically, but something. But a State House podcast might be interesting.
That would be very tough to do.
I would love to, yes.
Yeah.
It's just I work on so many different projects.
Yeah.
You know, from running to speaker to doing stuff behind the scenes to whatever personal project I'm working on at the time. It's why I come on here most of the time is to just give everything I can and you know share what's going on at the State House. Sadly, if I end up going to college somewhere else, if I'm not elected speaker next year, well, I will miss all of you, but I definitely come on when I can.
Here's my advice. Dude, you just really said it's. If you get into college, please take that overrunning. Please, bro. Please. Because I understand completely where you're coming from, and I think we need somebody like you in the House. But always take your personal goals and your education over that. Politics will always be there, bro.
And he's a whole year older than you, so he knows.
I didn't go to college. Hey, leave me alone. I'm probably like.
Listen to your elders. He's a whole year older.
I was about to say, that's like nearly word for word what my mom said.
Interesting.
Damn, so now I sound like your mom. I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, you sound like you're wise beyond your years. That's not a bad thing.
I regret not going to college.
It's actually not bad. Well,
I could still go.
It's not too late.
Yeah,
I know.
It's never too late.
My lifestyle isn't healthy for college.
I mean, you could go to MCC.
Oh, there you go.
Nope.
Be easy to get there.
No.
Yeah. What? So
they don't have what I want to major in.
What do you want to major in?
Social media marketing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. What? So what are your plans educationally, or do you know?
So, my mom has been encouraging me, and encouraging is the word I'll use there, to stop politics and just go to school.
I'm not saying stop politics. Please don't. Like, somehow stay involved. And if you do win, then by all means.
Yeah. Continue.
Don't go.
But she wants me to put it on pause, get my degrees, and, get a stable, actually paying job, which sadly the state of New Hampshire and politics is not in New Hampshire.
We should tell people, because we have a lot of online listeners from around the country, that in New Hampshire, state reps make, what is it, $100 a year?
$100 a year.
Yeah, to be a state rep. And that's a big part of why our New Hampshire state legislature is largely populated heavily with people who are retired, because they're people who don't need to necessarily work anymore, or or very young people who are in a situation where they can pull it off. State senators do they get 200?
Nope, it's still $100.
Oh, it's still 100 for the Senate too. I didn't know that. Okay, for some reason I assumed it was more. Interesting. Yeah, So it's something that you have to have the time to be able to do. Rolf is. Did I mention he's in the chat room? He said, "Hi guys." How do you say his last name? Is it Van Bibber?
Yep.
Rolf Van Bibber. That's such a cool name.
And I can tell you the story of how I met him again, but
oh yeah,
I was a senior in high school, and I was thinking about running for school board, and he was a freshman in high school, and I met him on the community council, the student government at Sauhegan, and he was running for a position on there, and I was listening to him speak, and I saw a lot of myself in him, and he was really smart for his age, and he knew what he was doing, and obviously I started talking to him right after that meeting. And ever since then, I think, it was best friends at first meeting. So
yeah.
Ever since then, he's been my campaign manager and my legislative aide and all that. But he's always been there for me, and he's a great man.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we're actually, geez, it's almost 5:30, so we got to get to a break, show some love to our amazing sponsors, and play something. And then, Tony, it's up to you. You're welcome to stick around for the last segment. We'll probably get into some other stuff just briefly. I don't know if you have to go. I know you got a lot going on, or you're welcome to stay. Whatever, totally up to you. No pressure either way. But are you staying around? You sticking around, Reklss? Reklss is here. But we'll play a song, and like I said, we'll show some love to our sponsors, and then we'll come back and remind everybody, of course, about the Miracle on Elm Street coming up next week. But very, good luck with everything, Tony. And again, I'm very happy that you came in and gave us the scoop today. So I'm glad you reached out. Oh, by the way, so the press release is going out tonight.
Yep.
Is that why you wanted to switch to today? I'm just curious because initially you had asked me about tomorrow.
Yeah, I wanted to do everything tomorrow, but I sadly work tomorrow because I actually have to work to make a living.
Yeah.
So I pushed it forward to today, so it's a little bit rushed, but we work around it, and Rolf's waiting for me at home, and we're gonna work on that. So.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you again, and good luck to you. Oh, also too, website or anything people should know, social media people should know about.
The website has not been updated yet, but when it is updated to be the speaker election website, it probably should be in the next few days. That would be TonyLabranche.com.
Should probably spell Labranche because it's got an extra vowel in there. People might not know.
So LABRANCHE.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, wonderful. Thank you so much. And let's hear a little bit of, she's coming in not next week, but the week after for a in-studio performance, Molly Diago. Haven't played this in a while. This is her
She don't like me.
Her single End of the World. She doesn't like you.
We'll get into that after.
All right, yeah, I'm curious. All right, more to come.
Is there any remedy for a broken heart that still bleeds? Show me how to sew it all up. Feeling like there's nothing left. Blend you in a cause and effect. You don't see the skin that you cut. If I had to make this right,
Come on down to the Hop Knot at 1000 Elm Street, Manchester's premier craft beer and gourmet pretzel bar. Tell us more, Trudy.
We make our dough fresh every day. We make a variety of styles of pretzels and serve craft beer, cocktails, and a few bottles of wine. We do the traditional pretzel, and we have multiple flavors for that. We also do stuffed pretzels, pretzel sandwiches, free dessert pretzels, and pretzel knots.
The Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan Plaza at 1000 Elm Street.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry, located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at queencitycabinetrynh.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Clemento's Pizzeria, family friendly, awesome for a date night. Clemento's Pizzeria. For delivery, call 603-782-8450. Clemento's Pizzeria, the best pizza in town. 1875 South Willow Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. Best cocktails around. Come in as friends and leave as family.
This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
Hey, Maddie, are you excited for the holidays?
I am, Peter, but I hope that Santa makes it to every kid's house in Manchester this year.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too. I know how you can help, though.
Wow, Peter. Tell me more.
Well, I know the people of Manchester will band together to help our kids. It's going to be a miracle on Elm Street.
Peter, I believe in the people of Manchester, too. What do we need to do?
Well, call the morning show any weekday from 7 to 9, and you can donate. The number is 603-250-6007.
Or you could send a check made out to Hope NH Inc. and send it to 1045 Elm Street, Suite 300, Manchester, New Hampshire, 03101. Care of The Morning Show.
It's a miracle on Elm Street.
WMNH, rip the knob off.
Welcome back, everybody, as we cruise into our final segment today of Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester, and hello to all of our online listeners across the nation and around the globe. You can go to my website, mattconnarton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. Today is Thursday, December 1st, 2022. I'm not alone. DJ Reklss is at the news desk.
What's up?
And you are going to be live tonight at the 603?
Yeah, we are back at 603 Bar and Grill tonight.
Very good.
Back there for the next 3 days.
And what time's that start? 9
That
p.m.?
is at 9.
Excellent.
Dude, I got even bigger shows coming up, man.
Yeah, you should mention them.
Got the Sammy Adams show coming up at Brighton Music Hall in Boston, Massachusetts.
That's a big deal.
That's a huge one for me.
Yeah,
That is. Well, I've played Middle East. It's crazy. My only 2 gigs in Boston, I have played huge venues. Or not. Well, Middle East wasn't that huge, but you know what I mean. Like Middle East is that's a historic venue when it comes down to music.
Absolutely.
But to play Brighton Music Hall with a household name, you know, and someone I looked up to when I was like 14.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, congratulations on
I'm
that.
really stoked on that. But yeah, no, get your tickets at sammyadams.com. And yeah, it's 18 plus and tickets are like $20.
Very good. Very good. When is that?
That is December 18th.
Okay. Oh, no.
Or no,
Not far.
17th. It's December 17th.
Excellent.
Because the 18th I'm playing in Lowell. Yep.
Oh, okay. Where in Lowell are you playing?
Smokehouse. It's a little club out there. But yeah, no. I've never been there before. I'm opening for somebody there. Somebody's one of the promoters' birthday bashes, and he wanted me to play, and I was like, sure, I'll do it.
I think I've been there.
Smokehouse?
Yeah. Has it been there a long time?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I think it was Blue Shamrock before.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
when
it
it
was
was the Blue
Shamrock.
Shamrock. I played there.
Really?
Well, a long time ago. Yeah, at the Blue Shamrock. Yeah, long time ago.
That's a skinny venue.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a bowling alley.
Well, Massachusetts, yeah, they have a lot of those. They have a lot of those.
Manchester does too. Like
bars that are but in down there though, I mean, yeah, you've got those bars that are like they're it's like you walk in and it's almost like a long hallway, like a wide long hallway with a bar stuck in it.
That's how Imperio is. Right up the street from us.
Oh, I've never been in there. Really?
That's like a bowling, like it's a bowling alley setup where it's like really skinny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you fit 150 people in here?
Yeah, somehow it works. But yeah, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, that's
like
kind
I've
of
played basements bigger than this.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a Massachusetts, like a Boston area thing with bars. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But yeah, but this weekend you're at 603 tonight, Friday and Saturday?
Yep.
Outstanding.
I'm excited because Saturday I'm headlining, so I'm getting to do like the last hour and a half by myself.
Oh, good.
So I
good,
get to just chill out.
And you got some fancy new gear.
I do.
With buttons and knobs and faders.
I'm redeeming myself from last Wednesday and that whole fiasco of my 22nd birthday party and me absolutely being 22 years old and you drinking too much alcohol.
Yeah.
That was one. That was a night.
Well, you know.
Woke up with a broken phone screen. I'm like, how did I get here?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my phone screen's broken.
Oh, jeez.
That's fine. I figured out how I did it. Apparently, someone's like ran into me and I was like, oh man, it's okay. Picks up my phone. Oh man, it's all good. I'll fix it. Yeah, no, just know that if there was no liquor in me, I've been pretty mad. But yeah, we were chilling.
Yeah. Well, your phone still works.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Kalo and DJ Marco for coming out that night and absolutely killing both their sets, and Marco for absolutely carrying me because I could not DJ apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite the night.
Well, very good. Well, and happy birthday. I haven't had a chance to say that to you on the air.
I know.
Did you enjoy your calzone?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, it's still there in the fridge?
Not yet.
Did you hide it?
Yes.
It's hidden in the fridge?
Yeah, it's gone.
Smart.
You're not getting it.
Oh, it is gone?
No.
I thought you didn't eat it yet.
What you don't see, you don't know.
That's
I'm protecting
right.
that thing at all costs.
That's right. As you should. If you'd like to get in with a call before we run out of time today, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. You can also text me at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton, and don't put that off because Twitter could go at any time. And, of course, you can interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. You can email me, matt@mattconnerton.com. But the best thing to do so that we can hear and enjoy your dulcet tones is give us a call at 603-250-6007. Also, I want to remember to thank the Hop Knot. By the way, tonight is trivia night at the Hop Knot because it is Thursday for the $25 gift certificate that they have donated
Shout out to them.
Yes, shout out to them. Of course, we love the Hop Knot, and they have donated the gift certificate to the Miracle on Elm Street. So it goes into the raffle. Of course, the Miracle on Elm Street is a toy drive for Manchester's kids through the Manchester Housing and Redevelopment Authority. So this will be the third one, the third annual Miracle on Elm Street. And what's going to be happening this year, of course, WMNH as always is involved very much. Peter White will be broadcasting from here for most of the day. It'll be like an extended version of the morning show well into the afternoon. I'm not sure exactly what time he's going to finish up here. He said I can come in early. You know, I usually start at 4, but he said I can come in early that day. And then the official party The annual Christmas party starts at 4 p.m. at Bonfire, so Peter will be there at that point. And
Let me DJ it.
Ooh.
Please. I know I got to talk to Pat about it, but
Yeah, talk
I
to him.
want it
Yeah.
so bad.
But so that's when the official party starts at 4 p.m. at the Bonfire. So and I will be here, and I am. I don't think I've even mentioned this to Peter, but I'm gonna try to keep my show kind of clear of, friends of the show, of course, can still come on, but I won't be booking any official guests like we had today, for example, with Tony. I won't be booking any official guests that day, so I can keep things kind of open. If Peter or anyone else, for that matter, wants to call us from the Bonfire to talk about what's happening there. Let's see. We have a call. We'll grab this. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this? Hello?
They hung up. I heard them hang up, literally. That's what that crackle was, I think.
Yeah, I heard a series of clicks. I don't know. Okay. Maybe it was the Phantom.
Maybe it was the Phantom.
Maybe it was the Phantom Gourmet, because we were talking about calzones. I think they're trying again. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, Matt. It's Gary.
Hey, Gary. What's up?
I called the morning show and talked to Peter about yesterday's show. And
yes,
he was saying how you were crying and everything, and I was crying. I said, no, Matty didn't cry. I said, Matty was on the verge. He was just, right there. And I called him, and I was crying, about what was going on about the song. He said somebody called him yesterday or whatever and said that, there was a big cry fest and Matty was crying all over the place and Gary called and cried. And so I called him this morning. I said, no, I says, Matty was just, I was there for him, and just saying, hey, real men cry, and, but I just got emotional about the song. And he goes, oh. I said, yeah, the song is Songbird. I said, it's a very beautiful song. And he goes, well, you guys are crying? I said, well, didn't you cry when your grandma passed away? He goes, well, yeah. I said, okay. So, it was just an emotional time with that song. And he goes, oh, okay. So, and then I said, it's okay to cry. And I said, but it was just something we heard that song and it really, it struck a chord, being musicians.
Right. Yes, exactly. And, hey, at least we didn't cry like Eazy-G. That would have been embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, that's a shame.
Right?
Yo, you are...
Gary, are you still there? Oh, I think we lost him.
Sir, you need some T-Mobile service. Come on down to 7 Colby Court, Bedford, and come see your local T-Mobile sales rep, Christian, there.
All right, he's just calling back. Gary, is that
Round
you?
3.
I am now. Yeah, I got a drop call.
Sir, do you have T-Mobile?
Yeah, I got a drop call. So.
Sir, do you have T-Mobile?
Yes, I have T-Mobile.
Oh, you have T-Mobile. Do you have the Magenta 55 Plus plan, sir? Just kidding.
Yeah, around this time.
Wait, you're getting dropped calls, man? Come in and replace your SIM card. Come in and replace your SIM card. I'll give you a free phone.
Real men do cry.
Real men get phones, too.
Yes.
From T-Mobile.
Well, I didn't actually, I didn't cry, but I did get...
no, that's what I told him. I said, Matty held it.
I got a little...
Matty's a pro. I said, Matty's a pro,
I did get a little, I did get choked up. But
yeah, he got a little, he got a little verklempt.
Were we crying over Christina McVeigh or whatever her name was?
Christine McVie.
There was a little verklempt.
McVeigh. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your guys' loss.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'm
Reklss.
gonna be real with you. I've never heard a single song from
So I got your back, Matty. Hey,
yeah,
you're a real man.
I am a real man.
Anybody can wear leather pants. You're a real man.
I can. There's pictures of me online now.
Hey, actually,
yeah, real men wear pink, and some they wear those leather pants. Those are real men.
So you've been to my OnlyFans.
Yeah,
wait, what?
You always talk about,
Yeah.
Hey, subscribed.
And
of course he did.
And Jenny
that's
said,
all that noise
really
I'd be hearing in the house.
So.
I knew there was something going on.
I just wanted to get in a few minutes and, just tell say yeah. And so Miss La Liberty called and said that she dropped a man because he cried, and I said,
Now, Joe Lar.
said, well, hey, maybe she didn't like guys like that. She's
Now, Joe Lar is in the
Like,
chat room and says that you're exaggerating, that no one actually said the word cry fest.
Whoa.
Oh no,
Throwing shade.
Peter said it this morning, cried,
shots.
Yeah. Now, the thing about me is, I don't know if you know this, Gary, but I can get choked up, but I cannot actually cry. I was born without.
That's what it was. I said
I was born without.
So if I kick you in the jewels, you're not going to cry?
I was born without tear
that
ducts.
song really got to me.
Yeah, it's a genetic thing. My dad doesn't have them either.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, we don't have tear ducts, so we don't actually cry.
That joke I just made is
there's
really
no
messed
crying.
up.
There's no crying in radio, but
That's
unless you
right.
call.
Thanks.
Yes. Well, yes, I did. I did hear I did hear all of it on the morning show, and of course, I took no offense. I thought it was funny, but I did get emotional. I was emotional. Yes, that song.
Yes, I know that.
Hearing
That's
that
why I
song,
had to
really.
call, but I didn't think I was going to cry. But
Yeah.
I couldn't hold back. That's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
It brings back a lot of memories.
Melanie clarifies in the Facebook live chat. She says that she was joking. The dude she dumped fainted after watching a horror movie, so she was perfectly justified in dumping him.
No.
Oh, that's why.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like Melanie.
Of
you know?
course, absolutely.
I have no beef, like they say. You know, like
you're
the
not
children
beefing.
say, I have no beef.
Right.
I love to listen to Melanie.
Why am I?
Because I love Vermont.
Yes.
Vermont is a cool place. I love Vermont.
Yes.
There's nothing in Vermont.
It's a one. Yeah, I'll let you go because
Except
you're almost
ski
done
mountains.
here.
All right, Gary.
Send Jenny my love, and love you guys, and I'm doing really better today. So
Good. All right, Gary.
love you guys all.
All right, we love you. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
the call, my friend. Bye-bye.
That was interesting.
Yes, I was reminded of a moment from Terminator 2.
Why you cry?
Oh. Wait a minute.
I don't know why you cry.
That's when the Terminator
It's
learns.
something I can never do.
See? It's something he can never do, the Terminator. He can never cry.
Oh God. He brought up leather pants, right?
Yes.
I had a situation the other day.
With leather pants?
No, with pants in general. So
Okay,
you know
I
how-
was going to say, is this suitable for the air?
Yes, this is very suitable.
Okay. Yeah.
Matt, I would never say anything that's not suitable for the air.
Thank you.
We know that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how I usually wear black pants, right?
This doesn't involve goats, does it?
You stop it.
I'm just asking.
Right now. Don't you do this. Don't you feed in to those imbeciles. Okay? You stop it right now.
All right. I'm just screening what the story. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, the other day I decided to switch it up, right?
Uh-huh.
Change things up, you know? I went out and bought a pair of white pants.
Yeah.
Put them on. Confidence through the roof.
Yeah.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
Ladies, they were flocking towards me.
Wow.
I don't know if it's because of the confidence or the white pants, black shirt, and I just looked like a bad boy, you know?
Wow.
Yo, I was surprised I didn't come home with nobody.
Wow.
3 girls come home with me, you know?
I thought I did see you walk in with somebody. Didn't you?
Yeah, you probably did. Moving on. I hate you.
We have a call. Our friend Shannon. Our friend Shannon is on the line. Hi, Shannon.
You are.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you go down south and come back home now? You back?
Huh?
Weren't you just talking southern
No.
Talking southern?
accent, like with Issy was a southern accent?
Oh, that was probably the goat you were hearing.
Yeah, maybe it was the goat.
Matt?
Little twang on that goat.
Screaming. And don't find that button and push it, please. But really, no tear ducts? Are you being honest about that?
Yes. I was born without human tear ducts. Like I said, my father, my grandfather, none of us. It's a genetic thing. But that just makes us like the Terminator or like Worf from Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, Chester Bennington, I heard an interview a long time ago. He couldn't burp.
Uh-huh.
He couldn't, I mean, not that that's, he couldn't,
belch?
I don't know why.
I like to call it belching. I think of it this way, not to be sexist, but women burp, babies burp. Men belch.
Oh, no, I belch.
Well, there you go.
I would never do it on, people hear me outside.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to let it rip sometimes. You feel so much better.
Yes.
You really, really do. I mean,
you got to let it.
Going to say,
got to let it out.
Yeah.
You got gas. You got to let it out.
Yeah. But on the whole crying, not crying thing.
Uh-huh.
When you're in the moment and you just gotta cry, you just have to, because if you try to hold back and just go back to it later, it just doesn't work that way. You gotta just let it go at the moment. You know?
Right. Yeah. You can't delay the crying. It's got to be done immediately. Is what you're saying, I think.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, why did DJ Reklss get so quiet?
Huh? Honestly, I don't know.
Say sexy.
Huh?
Say sexy.
Why? No.
Yeah, go ahead. Reklss, a woman is asking you to say sexy. I think you should, and I think you should say it, and I think you should whisper it to her.
Go away.
Go ahead.
No. I just got a little sidetracked. My bad.
You just need something to inspire you.
This is going too far.
All right.
All right. Well, I will let you and the goats go.
All right, Shannon. Thank you. Thank you for the call.
You're not helping this situation, man.
Hey, I said say sexy.
That's right. That's right. Oh, did you say sexy
I only
or
say
stay?
that in one place, and that's my bedroom.
S-A-Y.
Oh, S-A-Y. I wasn't sure if you said say or stay.
Like you were.
Oh, I already am. So
like I always tell,
I can't stay. I already am. I'm gonna be for the rest of my life.
Yeah, like I always tell Ron, stay nude. You know.
Whoa! Yeah. What?
Oh yeah. Ron, he's usually nude. But
that is
all right, Shannon. Well, thank you for the call.
Where did I go wrong 5 years ago?
All right. Bye bye.
Where did I go wrong 5 years ago?
That was our friend Shannon. 5 years ago. What happened 5 years ago?
Actually, I don't think it was 5 years ago. I think it was 3.
3 years ago? What happened 3 years ago?
When was the first time I came on this show?
Oh, I don't know. Time is a blur.
It is. I came on 2019. Yeah, it had to have been 2019.
Jason Fedderson in the chat says John J. Rambo doesn't cry.
I don't cry either.
Right.
I don't cry over no women.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Well, you don't.
I do miss my ex a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kidding. I'm going to get myself canceled.
Ooh.
I'm going to get myself in trouble when we go home.
Oh. Hey, you just put on those white pants and I'm sure all will be forgiven. Were they jeans? These white pants
jeans.
You wore?
They were the white pants.
Jeans.
You saw me in them. You had to have at one point.
I don't remember seeing you in white pants.
I spilt red Rockstar all over them too.
Well, they were
so those white pants didn't last long, but here we are. Now I know.
Ron is on the line. Hi, Ron.
Yo.
I like it, man. I got a good show tonight. Funny.
Thanks, Ron.
Yeah, and just for the record, I do have a T-shirt on.
Okay, good.
Good, please.
Well,
thank you for telling us that.
Well, it is getting chilly, so that's good. All right, Ron.
All right, yeah, and the Tin Man don't cry. The Tin Man don't cry either.
That's true. The Tin Man also does not cry.
Just people that don't cry. Is that?
That's right.
Yes, it makes me feel better about my inability to cry. Yes, so it's very comforting.
Yeah, that's right.
All right,
guys.
All right.
Good night.
Thanks, Ron. Take care. All right, that was our friend Ron. Stefan Philbrook is in the chat room. He says, sorry I got in so late. There's nothing wrong with crying.
Trust me, you didn't miss anything.
If I didn't have to get to the planning board by 6 p.m., I would call in. By the way, if we had a cry-off, I think I'd beat you. Well, that's obvious. I'm incapable of crying. I only get choked up. And by the way, just for context, if you missed yesterday's show, so Christine McVie of Fleetwood Mac passed away, and I played Songbird. And the song, just the way it hit me, hearing it, I did get, I was emotional. Jason Fedderson says in the chat, you are not supposed to wear white pants after Labor Day. That's true. White pants and white shoes, if I'm not mistaken. I think a white shirt or hat is okay. Did you know that there, Reklss?
White shirt, white hat?
I think a white shirt or a white hat is okay after Labor Day, but not white pants.
I don't know.
No, these are things you'll learn. You're a young man still. All right, well, before we go, we're about out of time. So tonight, you are at the 603.
Yep, I'm there tomorrow, too, and Saturday.
Very
Saturday,
good.
if you are out, come see me. It's going to be fun. I'm doing a back-to-back with my favorite DJ in Manchester, Curtis Classiest Clay, man.
Excellent. All right, very good. Well, enjoy that. I'm sure it will go very well. And, of course, also tonight is trivia night at the Hop Knot. I think that starts at 7, if I'm not mistaken. But you'll want to call ahead because those spots fill up very quickly. It is an extraordinarily popular feature there, of course, hosted by the great Bill Cini. He does trivia on the morning shows on Wednesdays, but Thursday nights he is at the Hop Knot. Don't forget Miracle on Elm Street coming up. It is now less than 1 week away, December 7th. And Peter White will be live for the bulk of the day here from WMNH, and then he'll be headed down for 4 p.m. Down to the bonfire for the Christmas party when I take over for my program. And really looking forward to seeing how this year goes because, like I said, it's the 3rd annual, and the first 2 years were a huge success and wonderful to see the community here in Manchester really step up and donating toys for kids. It is a great thing. All right, we got to go. We are out of time. Reklss, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you to Tony Labranche for joining us today as well. And if you missed any part of today's show, it will be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org and at my website, mattconnarton.com. Thank you to all the callers, everybody in the chat room, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, and it is Thursday, which means if you are listening live on WMNH, immediately after this show is Through the Stage Door with Rob Dion. And that's it. We're out. Talking to y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.